Hi everyone. So I'm Iverson here from right now I'm at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and welcome to this special webinar. I'm very happy. I would like to thank you everyone, all of you here to joining me in this 1 hour session. Yeah, because you could be anywhere in the world right now. Yeah, right here I'm in my country is 7 p.m. So some of you are watching here could be in 3 a.m. Yeah, in your country time, or some of you are working, have different time zone. That's why I appreciate all of you here to spending your time, and to learn this. The reason you chose to log in right now, yeah, it tells me something. Yeah, your desire to learn to improve your life is very, very high and very, very intense. That's why I want to maximize this session here to share with you a lot of useful tools. How do you actually can shape your own destiny here? Yeah. So now, just let me just brief you this screen here that you're looking at right now. So on some of you here are very new on this. Yeah. So let me just I would like to know that whether all of you here are able to hear me clearly. Yeah, so if you can hear my voice loud and clear, all you need to do is to post your comment in the chat box on your right hand side. Just type the word yes. So to ensure that the audio are loud and clear. Yeah, I want to ensure all of you here have the best learning experience. So first of all, you need to see me, and then you need to hear my voice loud and clear. So if you're able to hear my voice, just type yes on the comment box right now. I'm seeing right now, hi everyone, Tencent, Beverly, Chloe, Jessica, hi, yeah, okay, good. So now we can start now. So just to give you a little bit brief introduction about who I am. I'm a consultant from Joe Yap Consulting Group, and today I'm going to spend 1 hour talking about one very, very special topic. We're talking about the power of to shape your own destiny. Yeah, this and some of you are beginner. The first thing in your mind right now is you're wondering, we were able to learn or benefit from this session or not, because maybe my knowledge, I have zero knowledge in Chinese metaphysics. We are able to benefit from this session. So let me rest assure you that regardless whether you're beginner or not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, even you have zero knowledge in Chinese metaphysics, all I need from you is the desire to learn and grow. Yeah, as long you have those desire to learn and grow, to improve yourself, then I'll make sure you're able to benefit from this session. Yeah, you don't worry about that. Yeah, because due to my job as a consultant, I have the privilege to actually meet a lot of people from different walks of life. Yeah, from business people, CEO, tycoons, professionals, housewife, and even down to students. Yeah, no matter who you are, where you're from, yeah, and which country you live right now, all of us here ultimately will have one same grand purpose. Yeah, our main purpose in life, yeah, regardless what we want in life, regardless where you are, what you believe in, we want to have a better future. Yeah, don't you guys agree? Right? But we word this differently. Yeah? We might word this like, I want to have a better car. I want to live in a better house. I want to find a perfect relationship. Yeah, I want to find a great company to work in. I want the most so-called the most luxurious life, for example. Yeah, I want a great health. So this is a lot of people always tell me, I want this, I want that, right? Ultimately, what they want is they want a greater life, right? So how this is why I'm going to talk about today. How do you actually achieve those things? So no, regardless what you want, yeah, I'm not here to actually tell you what are right or wrong, because what we want in life is very subjective. As long you're happy, yeah, I think you have the right to actually pursue your dream. Yeah, because all of us here only live once. So to start this, some of you here are very new here. Let me just share with you the house rules for today. Some of you, just to ensure all of us here are aligned with this. So let me show you the house rule. Yeah, so on the screen right now. Yeah, so yeah, they're doing that right now. Okay. So while they're showing you the screen, hi, by the way, this is Jaden.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, okay. So he's the one behind all this, setting up all this.
All right.
Okay, he's a typo now. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the slide of the house rules just to get everyone aligned on this. Okay, while they're doing this, if you can see in the chat box, this is where you're going to type your question as well. Yeah, because later on, when I share with you certain techniques, how to apply, then you might have some questions. So that's where you actually can pose your question, and then me and my colleagues here, everyone here, we'll try our best to help to answer all of your questions here. Yeah, that is our commitment for today's webinar. Yeah, why I'm very happy today, because it's the first ever, first webinar we are doing this for you. Yeah, because we heard you, because a lot of our posts, a lot of people asking, why not you actually do some online training, right? Yeah, yes, we do hurt you. Yeah, that's why we created this this webinar. So and again, let me remind you, on the right hand side, this is where you're going to interact with me. Screen right now, so to ensure that I can actually interact with you. So some point in this webinar, I might ask questions. In order for me to see how responsive you are. The more responsive you are, then the more things I'm going to share with you. This is the rule of the game today, So I need you to participate on this, because the best way of learning is through participation. So are you geared for this? Are you ready for this? Okay, so if yes, then we can start this. Okay, so right now, what you need here. So what we need here is to start this.
Hi guys, give me 2 minutes. We're actually uploading the slide. Before this, we actually have a bit technical issue. Okay. But don't worry, 2 minutes, we're going to continue back.
Okay, so they're going to load in some slides, since Jaden mentioned slides, there must be some good stuff inside. Right, so good stuff actually takes time to do. So then we're going to upload in 2 minutes time. So while waiting for them to upload here, uploading the stuff here, so let me just share with you what you need to benefit the most of this program here. I need all of you here to have your own bar chart. So I need you to plot your bar chart right now. So can someone type on the screen right now the URL? So some of you didn't have your bar chart right now. My colleague here, we're going to type on the message box right now the link. So in order to benefit from this session, you need a bar chart. I think most of you already have it. If you don't have this, I will encourage you to actually plot this. So you're not only going to plot your own chart, you might also need to plot your family charts, and also your friends chart, or even maybe your enemies chart as well, right? So because sometimes the more we understand people, the better we're managing them. Because a lot of people think, in order to improve our life, right, I need to improve myself only. But you also realize that, there are actually a lot of help, that you can get from the people around you. Don't you think that the more you understand them, what influenced them, so it's easier for you to get help from them as well? Right, so that's the purpose of you to learn to read other people chart as well. So like I think on the screen right now, you already see the link.
Slide is on.
Okay, so the slide is on right now. So by now you should able to see the screen of the slide right now. So what I need to do now, you need to click next. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the parser URL. Okay, here's the one. This is the link.
Control.
Okay, so this is the link here. If you haven't plotted your parser chart, this is what you need to do. And then the next, just write down this parser@masteryacademy.com. So let's move on to the next slide here. These are the rules of the game. So just to summarize the rule of the game for today's webinar. So I hope that all of you here, we are nice people, right? So we have to be friendly, we don't actually use vulgar words to each other, because the purpose here is to learn to share information. So I hope that all of you here have the same purpose here today. need to learn and also share information. Yeah, so that's why if we found out that someone else that creates troubles or issue here, then the admin here, we have no choice, yeah, but to remove you from the group, so we won't disturb all other people here that willing to learn. Yeah, so this is the rules of the game here. Okay, so right now, yeah, let's start. I think a lot of people are already logging in right now. Yeah, you're from different countries. Yeah, as you can see here, yeah, you're logging from Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, China, UK, European countries, the state as well. Yeah, hi to everyone. Okay, cool. So why I want to choose to talk about this topic today? Yeah, the topic today is about the power to shape your destiny. Is because I realize that a lot of us, yeah, when we go through our adult life, we have forgotten, one very, very important thing, that we actually have the power to shape our destiny. Yeah, remember, just think back when you're a teenager, yeah, in the college time. Yeah, if I ask you that, what type of dreams that you have, what is your what you want to achieve, yeah, what you want to have in your life. You have a lot of goals, right? But as time goes by, something messes up, correct? Yeah, it could be some people, yeah, it could be the job, it could be the boss, yeah, it could be you mess up financially, yeah, or it could be certain people that come into your life, maybe in relationship, and they mess up your life, right? Then we mess up in the middle, and we might conclude that after that we might say that maybe, yeah, we might not able to achieve the goal after all. Yeah, maybe that's the time maybe you question, yeah, is there a concept of destiny or not? Yeah, and slowly we've forgotten we do actually have the power, yeah, to control and shape your destiny. Yeah, this is purpose I'm here today. I'm not here to teach you what to do. I hope the purpose of this webinar session here is so I hopefully am able to help you to reignite the state, the winning state of you, where you think that you can feel to win again, when you can see that the victory actually is very near. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do now. So before we do, yeah, to shape your destiny, because everyone also asks this question, yeah, how do we shape our destiny? Yeah, so let me just share with you, how do we actually shape our destiny? Yeah, the first step here, whenever someone told you, or even you ask yourself, how do you actually create a better destiny? Start with this one important question. What is your definition, yeah, of great destiny? Yeah, because all of you here might have different terms, right? I want a better car, I want a beautiful wife, I want the great job ever. So all of us here, we have a different definition of great destiny. Because a lot of time we receive a question, I want to have a great destiny, but they are not clearly defined. Yeah, because if you don't know what is a great destiny is, it's not possible for you to ever achieve that. So these are the part that you might need to ask yourself. So let me show you on the screen right now. Yeah, this part. The screen right now is stated there, 2 great life questions. Yeah, which means that if you able to asking this question, yeah, consistently or honestly, whenever I mention honestly, mean brutally honest. So mean radically honest. Yeah, you might say. These are the 2 questions you need to ask yourself, because these are the life-changing questions. Yeah, let me read out the first question here. What is your definition of a great life? Yeah, like I mentioned, some of you maybe, and to have a great life means great relationship with your spouse. Some of you, great life could mean financial freedom, or combination of both. Some of you, great life means a vibrant energy, or you want to be anywhere you want, of freedom. So this part is very important, because if you don't know, if you don't know what is a great life definition is, you don't know what tools or what system to use to help you to achieve that. Yeah, that's the part that you need to know. Yeah, so maybe you need to spend like 30 seconds right now. Yeah, because I want to ask you to do this right now, because most of the time, yeah, the moment you after this session is ended, a lot of people I discovered that they will not follow through again. Yeah, they totally forgot about it. It's not because they are lazy. It's because they have a lot of distractions in life. Yeah, since I have your attention for this 1 hour, what I need you to do is to write down right now. in 30 seconds time, what is a great life means to you? What is your definition of a great destiny? Yeah, write down right now. Grab yourself a piece of paper. Anything else can wait. Yeah, this is your life. You need to do it right now. Okay, done. You might write one, you might write 2 points here. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to ask you what is your great destiny is, because this is something very personal to you. Because the moment you're getting it, then you feel happy, you feel fulfilled. Okay, so now, once you completed that question, then let's move on to the next question here. Yeah, what prevents you from getting what you want? All right, a lot of people always told me that they want financial freedom. Yeah, they say, I want to teach me how, or what strategy it is. But first of all, I would like to ask those people, is what actually preventing you from getting it? Yeah, let me give an example here. Yeah, so if you are thinking about you want to reach to a stage where you are financially free, then what actually preventing it? Because everyone is different. Some of you here might be because of confidence. You don't think you're able to make it. Yeah, some of you maybe your lack of certain skill. Yeah, that's why you cannot actually move your career to a next level. Maybe some of you is not because of skill. It's not because of confidence. Maybe it's because of opportunity, lack of opportunity, right? Is it possible? Yes. Yeah, some of the time maybe it's due with people. Yeah, you don't know certain people or lack of connection that actually prevents you from moving forward. Yeah, you need to honestly ask yourself, yeah, what is actually preventing you from actually getting it? Yeah, this is a very, very important question. Yeah, so once you knew this, then we can use Chinese metaphysics system to help you to achieve what you want. Yeah, because Chinese metaphysics system is nothing but a tool to help to get what you desire in your life. Yeah, it's just a tool for you. Yeah, so it's not something that defines who you are, but it's something as a tool. But a lot of people always, the moment they learn something, they think that is who they are, and that's what defines them. Yeah, because the tools or the system we're going to use here is not to define you, yeah, but to tells you the potential that you have inside. What is your innate potential? What are the possibilities you can achieve in this lifetime? Yeah, okay. So now, yeah, by now I think you already knew what is your definition of great life, and then also what prevents you from getting it. Yeah, you need to be very honest with this. So once you do this, let me show you another screen here talking about, right? If you can see from the right hand side, there's a guy there standing there, right? And then on the right hand side, that's what we call the great life. Yeah, this is where you define just now what is your ideal life is. Now, yeah, that's how now we can use the system that help you to close the bridge or the distance between where you are right now and where you want to be. Yeah, so the thing that I show on the between here on the slide right now is all the system, or it's not all, part of the metaphysics system that we use constantly to help not only myself, but also help my client as well and all the students as well to get what they want. Yeah, so as you can see on the screen right now, there are 5 tabs here, yeah, or 5 word here. We're talking about different system of Chinese metaphysics. Some of you are already learned some of this system. Yeah, let me just tell you the first one is Bazi, the second one is Feng Shui, the third one is Qimeng, yeah, the fourth one is date selection, and then the final one is Jing, right? So these are the two that we use to actually to create the outcome that we want. Then the first question that a lot of people are asking is, which is the most powerful system ever, right? Yeah, because this is normally what the question that I get from a lot of people. So which one is the greatest one? And let me tell you, yeah, there are no one system that rules them all. Yeah, none of them has possessed the most powerful system on earth. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, but they are the most powerful user of the system. Yeah, so the key here is, are you one of those users or not? Yeah, because all the information here is the same, right? Because you learn from the books, all the information are the same. Why different people will get different results? Because there are differences in terms of user. Yeah, in this case, it is how you apply the thing, correct? Yeah, if you're a very powerful user, then you can benefit a lot from this system. So yeah, one of my goal is I always tell my students or my clients, I want to train you, yeah, to become a powerful user of the system. Yeah, so these are the 5 of them. Yeah, so some of you are still new here. Let me just give you a background of all these 5 functions here, because yeah, this system, each system here has specific functions, have specific strength. So depends on what you want to achieve, then you know which systems to use. Yeah, that's the reason why I asked you to define what's a great life in the beginning from this webinar, because I want to know, I want you to know that later on you know which system to use. Okay, so let me show you a next slide here. I'm going to share with you here is talking about what are the functions of this system. Okay. So if you can see here, this is an extension of the previous slide here. In this slide here, we're talking about system in metaphysics. Okay, someone can point the mouse, right? Can see the mouse. Okay, so now, so you see here there are parts, right? On the top left corner, yeah, there's a part there. Yeah, so part talking about capacity. So if you want to know how to improve your life, what is your strength? What's your weaknesses? Yeah, when are the time that you meet certain right people? Yeah, how can you actually capitalize your skill, yeah, to create more wealth all about you? How do you become more confident person? How do you become more positive person? That one a lot got to do with Bazi. Yeah, that's why if you are thinking to improve the self, then Bazi would be a system for you to use. Yeah, and where else on the second one here on the top right corner here, we see a word feng shui, right? So if what you want to achieve and what prevent you from achieving those stuff is because lack of opportunity. For example, you are a great singer. Yeah, you can sing really, really well. But the only thing that's stopping you from getting to the dream is no one actually gave you the opportunity to become one. Yeah, you don't have the platform. So if that's your problem, then feng shui might be the tool you would like to use, because feng shui a lot got to do with opportunity. Yeah, clear here. And then the one here right now is Qi-Men. Yeah, Qi-Men is on the side, is help you to make a lot of decision. Yeah, because every day we have a lot of decision we need to make, right? Who to talk to, what to do, you know, which company to join, you know, because our destiny ultimately are shaped by 2 things, right? Something you do and something you didn't do, right? So all these are a lot of decision. Let me tell you right now, your current situation right now at this moment, yeah, whether it's good or bad, whether you have a lot of stuff right now or you're still struggling, is a sum of all the accumulation of the decision you make in the past. Yeah, so if you want to shape to have a better destiny in the future, you need to look at what decision you are making right now onwards. Yeah, a decision like you are tired of, for example, you are tired of poverty. Yeah, you say no more. I decide today onwards, yeah, I'm not going to eat fat stuff anymore, for example. Yeah, so there's a lot of decisions. So that's why Qi-Men are very good at that. And then on the other side of it is called date selection. That's where you use the date to optimize certain thing you want. And that's why how I use date selection a lot got to do with, because a lot of my client here, they want to send a CV out. Yeah, whenever they want to looking for a job. So I'm going to use the right date for them to send it so it can optimize the results or increase the chances of success. Yeah, and finally, in the bottom here is I Ching. Yeah, I Ching is the mother of all Chinese metaphysics. It talks about the wisdom of the universe, why we do something we do. Yeah, because in the end, in our life, when we're looking back, you know, it's not just about money. Yeah, it's about who are with you, yeah, what you are going through, what are the learning experience you have along the way, why certain thing happened to you, you know. So you come to a point of realization, yeah, that actually the universe are conspired to help you to become better. So if you want to know about that aspect, then I Ching will help you to give you those answers without needing you to go through 20 or 30 years to gain the wisdom. So you can gain the wisdom right now. Yeah, so these are the 5 systems is that we commonly use. Okay, so once we knew this, yeah, so when we knew this today, we're going to focus a lot about Bazi. Yeah, Bazi on your top left corner here. So that's why I asked all of you here to plot your Bazi chart. So again, like I explained just now, Barter is a lot got to do with your capacity to understand yourself. That's where we start with, right? Because I believe that if you want to become, you want to make more money, or you want to enjoy a better relationship, you want to have a promotion in your career, it's not about getting rid of certain people in your company. It's not about just have the right strategy, to actually to make your boss happy. Some people, they like to have a lot of strategy. They want to shoe licking, polishing the shoe of the boss, So that one might not be lasting. Because there's always a new person, that come in that actually mess your thing off, right? So, but whatever you want, think about this. If you just become a better person, better emotionally, spiritually, physically, don't you think, right? Everything in your life will become better, right? So let me ask you, right now, if you are 10% more happier right now, do you think your relationship will improve or not? Yes, right? So relationship improvement is nothing got to do with changing your spouse or your partner or force them to behave certain way. But the moment you improve yourself, you become a better person, you become a provider, you have value, then you see that a lot of circumstances in your life will change as well. So this is why we will talk about Barter today. So right now, I need you to get your Barter chart out. Barter chart out right now. Okay, so and some of you are still new here. Let me show you, what is a Barter chart looks like. Do you have a Barter chart?
Sample Barter chart.
Yes, So let me show you a sample Barter chart right now. So okay, while they're preparing this, let me just share with you what is a Barter is all about. I always give this example to everyone who are beginner who ask me, what is this Barter? Why everybody keep talking about Barter? Let me give you a metaphor here. So have you bought a TV before? Television, right? So the moment a new television delivered to your house, and then of course, all of us here, we're excited, right? We have a new television. Now let me ask you, do you actually read the user manual? I bet that 90% of you will not even bother to read the user manual, right? Who cares, right? It's just a TV, right? And then that's how, and the thing is, do you knew that, what type of function that normally we use in the TV? Normally we use three main functions here. One is a power on and off button, first one. The second one will be increase or decreasing the volume. And then the third one will maybe switching the channel, right? But you knew that there actually 95% of the functions of the TV that you are not aware of, that you didn't use. That's why the same thing apply in our life as well. We have so many talents that we did hidden under us, but we didn't use most of our talent. Most of the time, I notice a lot of people, they just wake up, they eat, they go to work, go home, sleep, and reproduce, and there you go, right? The whole life just spent like this. But little of them actually knew that there are so many potential inside in every one of you. So that's why Barter serves as a user manual, not for the television, but it's your own life user manual, because it contains a lot of information about who you are, your strength, your weaknesses, what type of thing you're willing to do or not willing to do, what type of people you were attracted to, So all these things here is actually can be seen within the Barter. This is what I'm going to share with you today. So right now, let me just show you Barter first to ensure that you knew that what we are working on here. So now you know what is a Barter chart looks like, right? So it contains so many things there, product. But don't worry. The technique of reading a Barter is not to read every single thing in the chart, but you need to read on what truly matter to you. Don't you think the same thing apply in our life as well, right? So I want show back in the camera again. So the same thing apply in our life as well, right? We only look at what is the important thing. Think about this, right? In your whole, even on your daily life, right? You have so many things you can do. But normally what we choose to do every single day is something that we think is important to us. Maybe go to work, because if you don't go to work, you don't have money, right? So these are the thing, the same theory here applied to Pazi. Yeah, so I think some of you here might heard about the term of Pareto principle. We're talking about 20-80 rules. Yeah, the moment you do the 20, there are something that you 20% of the customer, you actually contribute 80% of the revenue. Yeah, so the goal here is to find who are the 20% of your customer, and this same thing apply to so many things. Which means that if you want to achieve a result, you don't need to do all the possible tasks, right? You need to look at what is the key driver to help you to get those results. Right, so the same theory apply when we're going to read the Pazi as well. Yeah, because a lot for beginner, a lot of people they get freaked out when they look at the whole chart and they don't know what to do. Right, so the way we look at the chart is very different, because here we are not doing fortune telling. We are more focused on how can we improve our life to create a better future. So we look at what is truly important. Yeah, what is the 20% of the Pazi? This is what I'm going to show you. So how do we do this here? Let me just share with you. There are 3 important things I'm going to talk about today. So now already 7:45. So just to let you know, just a head up here, I might end this webinar slightly longer. Yeah, so I can finish up all this content here. Are you okay with this? If you're okay with this, then you just type yes on your message box right now. Yeah, so I get to know, So you are saying, yeah, you don't have much time, then maybe I need to actually summarize all the content. Yeah, so just so you know, yeah, this webinar session will be extended a little bit longer. Yeah, just for your benefit, because I always believe in adding value to all of our students here, also as an appreciation, yeah, that you actually chose, yeah, to attend this. Yeah, you could be anywhere right now, but you chose to attend this at this time. Yeah, this I respect you. Yeah, for this. So on the message box, let me see what is your reply here. Okay, so I see a lot of yes here, so I take it as a yes. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to show you a slide. Yeah, a slide right now. What are the 3 things we're going to talk about right now? So are we getting the slide?
Internet slow.
Oh, now the internet slow. Doesn't matter. We can have a chit chat a little bit here. Oh, some people say until tomorrow morning also can. Wow. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I like your spirit of learning.
So everyone
I respect you. Okay. Okay, while they are loading the slide here, so just a little bit patient. So while they are loading the slide, yeah, and let me just see if you have any question in here. So while we start this, maybe I give you a poll question here. Yeah, so yes, do you know your just to get things started here? Do you know your day master? Yeah, if you say yes, then you just type it there. Yeah, if you don't have, then you just say don't know. So I'm going to post a poll here, so to ask you whether you know which one is your day master or not. Yeah, day master is a term, yeah, to represent who you are when we read a Pazi chart. And if you need to, if you are beginner to Pazi, or whoever who's learned Pazi from beginning onwards, the first lesson, probably you will go to someone will teach you about day master. Day master is the one. So do you know your day master? Yeah, if you know, you type it there. I say some of you say it's sin metal. Yeah, guys, give me some feedback whether are we going on?
already up.
Okay, so it's already up right now.
At the live chat that can see.
Okay, in the live chat there is a poll that you can actually submit your answer there. Yeah, your answer there. Okay. All right, so I want to show you the slide right now. What we're going to do today. Yeah, so okay, some of you say, some of you don't know what is a day master. Don't worry. Yeah, because I already promised you this is not a technical class. I ensure all of you here will know it. Yeah, I just want to ask all of you here, just want to get a taste or a big picture. How many of you here actually knew your own day master? I think most of you here already knew your day master. Okay, so is the slide ready? Okay, so I'm going to show you the slide right now, what we're going to talk about today. So,
The rest slide.
Yeah, it's up.
so how try the very best to do this.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Okay, cool. Wow, I see the poll here right now. I think a lot of you here submitted your poll here. I think the most people that attending this webinar right now is actually Ping fire or Ting fire or fire person. Yeah? So just so you know, fire element represent metaphysics, yeah, or any metaphysics subjects. So by the way, even you are not day master is fire, but your chart has a lot of fire, you also attracted to this field, yeah, Chinese metaphysical field, energy related field, you know, are something to do with fire. So as we can see the poll here, yeah, coincidentally, most of you here also a fire day master. Yeah, what if you are not? Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, because your chart here, somewhere in your chart, there might be have some fire element in the chart. Otherwise, you're not listening to this webinar in the first place. Okay, so right now, let me just show you what we're going to talk about today. I want to talk about three things. Okay, so as you can see on the screen right now, yeah, it's a very I like the design of this, you know. So it's a very vibrant. Do you see the slide right now? At the center there, they talk about power. Yeah, so you see there number 1, number 2, number 3. So we'll talk about these three things today. You know, how do you actually shape your destiny by understanding yourself more? Yeah, so some of you are just joining us right now. Now we are talking about a topic about 八字, because I always believe this is the first step to change ourselves is through awareness. Yeah, by knowing what we have, right? If you want to solve any problem, you need to know what is the problem in the first place first, correct? You know, that's why I chose to talk about 八字 for today. So on the screen right now, on the slide right now, I'm going to pick three important things that I think will benefit all of you here. So let me just say it out for you here. The first one is unconscious competence. The second one here is value creation. And then the third one, I think a lot of people favorite, is about the wealth blueprint, right? So I'm going to pick these three subjects here because there's a lot, right? Important stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of tools under the sleeve to help people. So I chose to choose this thing out to share with you. So let's talk about the unconscious competence. Yeah, the unconscious competence is something we are born with. You know, something that we're actually good at doing. Yeah, even without training. Yeah, is something that wired within us. Yeah, don't you think by knowing this, yeah, this piece of information, yeah, can help you to make a better decision in terms of which job to work into, you know, or which company to join, you know, or what type of business you should start. Yeah, this one tells you your competence level. Yeah, some people are just born like, yeah, they're great singer even without training. Yeah, that's what we call unconscious competence. You know, some people even they didn't attended any MBA before, any business class, but they are a first class businessman, you know, without any education or background whatsoever or training whatsoever. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Don't you think it's important? The answer is yes. Then how do we actually identify or discover this piece of information from your Bazi chart? Yeah, this I'm going to share with you right now. So now we are still on number 1. We're talking about unconscious competence, right? The way to detect this, first of all, we need to look at your day master. Yeah, your day master. So on the screen right now, I already highlighted the in a red square here. That's where you should look for your day master. Remember just I asked you about which day master you belong to. Yeah, this is the thing I'm talking about. In your Bazi chart, there are year, month, day, and hour, right? So as you can see here, the red color that I already circled in the red color, the square box here, represent your day master. So if someone asks you what is your day master is, this is the box you're going to look into. Okay, so what you're able to see inside the box, there are so many things, right? So there's a Chinese character there, you know, there are fire or wood or whatsoever, right? So what I need you to do right now, you just need to look at whether it's a yin or yang, right? Because you could be a fire element, right? You could be a water. And then next to the word water, you could be a fire, it could be a water, it could be an earth, it could be a metal, yeah, it could be a water element. Yeah, because in Bazi study, yeah, the language that Bazi are using are 5 elements. Yeah, let me just tell you one time here: fire, water, earth, wood, and metal. Yeah, so in the box there, you belong one of this. But if you look at that box there, next to your element, there are one word called yin or yang. Correct. Right. So I want you to know that whether you are yin or yang. Yeah, that's all you need to know right now. Yeah, is it easy? Right? Yeah. So you don't need to know any background about parts. Just look at it. So if you know you are yin or yang, just type on the message box right now. Yeah, I don't need to know whether you are wood, yang wood, or yin wood. You know, I just want to know whether you are yin or yang. Yeah, just type it there. Okay, I see. So a lot of you here replying. Okay. Okay, done. So now, first step, you already knew your day master whether it's yin or yang. So now I'm going to share with you what does it mean, right? So now those people that attended this, including me or everyone in the world, we belong to either yin or yang, right? And again, it doesn't mean good or bad. Yeah, it just means different polarity. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you what does it mean here. Okay, so as you can see from the screen right now, yeah, this is what it means. I'm going to explain to you. Yeah, so while waiting, the screen loaded with the slide. Okay, so you see on the left-hand side, on the slide you're seeing right now is the yang group. And then on the right-hand side is the yin group, yeah, as the name implied there. So let me just tell you the differences first. Yeah, because in a parser there's so many characters. Of course, that one will further describe, you know, what type of talent you have. But yeah, in general, all of us here will belong to either of these two groups first. Yeah, this is our main nature. Yeah, to start with. So if you are yang, how many of you here is yang? Please say, just type yang on the screen right now so I know who is the yang people in this webinar. How many of you here is yang? Okay, so I see a lot of people of you here is yang. Okay, so if you're yang, yeah, your first priority normally you're talking about value. Yeah, value first. Yeah, you want to create something. Yeah, you want to actually achievement is important for you. Yeah, anything is about, it could be benefit. Yeah, you're focused on creating something. You make things happen. Yeah, because you're always talking about value creation, right? So that's why it's about the yang. And let me ask you one question here. Yeah, so as a general question here, which group do you think are richer? Yang group or yin group? Yeah, since we knew that yang group, their creation, they're creating value. And then if you look at the yin group, it's about people first, about connection. Who do you think are more richer in terms of percentage? Yeah, of course it's yang, right? Right. So okay, I heard you. Yeah, some of you are yin, and then now you are starting to get depressed. Don't depress first. Yeah, later I'm going to undepress you again. Just a new term created. So right now for the yang people, why I want to tell this? Because since if you're yang people, yeah, the chances of you making more money are higher simply because you believe in value creation. Think about this: all the rich multi-billionaire right now, they are the reason they're becoming rich because they're creating value. Yeah, just look at Bill Gates, you know, Warren Buffett, you know, and all those top guys there like Jeff Bezos. All of them here, they're focused on creating something. Like it could be Microsoft, it could be Amazon, you know. So it's about value of something. So let me just tell you some of the popular or someone that are high achiever that belong to the yang group. Bill Gates is yang. Warren Buffett is yang. Richard Branson is yang. Mark Zuckerberg is yang. Yeah, and there are much more. Yeah, so there are yang people group here. So do you see some commonalities and some pattern here? Yeah, that one is the yang. Yeah, I know right now. Then the yin group you say, right? Yeah, then what is the yin mean? Yeah, now you're getting worried. Yeah, so let me just explain to you. Don't worry. Yeah, now we are just doing a very generic assessment of the thing here. And of course, if you're yang, please don't laugh at the yin people. Yeah, they're kind people. Yeah, don't laugh at them. I know some of you are yang, you know. Now, if you are yin, yeah, if you're yin, then what is important to you is you always focus on people first. Yeah, regardless those people have value or not, you don't care. You know, you focus on building the connection first. Yeah, since the yang is the executor, So the yin are the thinker. They like to think. Yeah, they like to feel something. So since they like to think a lot, this makes them a very good strategist. Yeah, they are very good in planning strategy, how to win the war or certain battles. That's why their yin are good at that. That's why if you look at yin, there are a lot of popular politicians. Yeah, you might not like them, by the way. Yeah, but in fact, a lot of them, all those are famous. Yeah, in terms of well-known politician, a lot of them are yin. Yeah, just let me just spit out some example to everyone here. Yeah, so I would say Bill Clinton is yin, George Bush is yin, uh, Barack Obama is yin, even Donald Trump is yin. Yeah, is it a coincidence? No. Yeah, and some this is the one. Yeah, and someone asked me who is what Hillary Clinton day master is. Hillary Clinton is Yang. Yeah, do you see a difference here? Yeah, Yang are more focused on business value creation, and then Yin are more focused on connection. Yeah, that's why Yin people, we can safely conclude it here. Yin people are more suitable, yeah, to be connection like politician or statesman. Yeah, it could be a salesperson. You know, they are the person behind planning all those strategy. They are the smart guy here. Yeah, where else the Yang are more on execution part. Yeah, okay. Is it easy to learn Pacha this way? Yeah, this is only number one, right? So by knowing this, I think that you know what decision you can make along the way, right, to make yourself becoming better. Yeah, this is the because some of you are in the midst of don't know what to do or what type of job you want to change, right? What type of nature it is. At least this part will tell you about your unconscious competence, so it can give you some idea what to do next. All right. So now, let's talk about value creation. Yeah, because a lot of people always ask, right, what need to happen for me to change my destiny? Yeah, I always say that if you want to change your destiny, you want to see a lot of impact, you know, in the fastest time as possible. The first part you need to look into, it could be where you spend most of your time in, right? If you can succeed in an area where you spend most of your time in your life, you become successful, correct or not? And let me ask you, where do you spend most of your time into in your life? Yeah, I believe that most of us here, we spend a lot of our precious time in career, right? In our job, in our business. Right? I'll say that probably 70% of our time actually spent on during our work, you know, in the office or in our business. So if we're able to succeed on those areas, don't you think it will impact the rest of our life as well? Your relationship, if your career is good, yeah, very likely you have a better relationship, yeah, because you are a great provider. Yeah, you have more freedom. Yeah, if your career is good, you tend to be happier, you can handle your stress well, therefore your health is better. Right? So that's why we are talking about 80 and 20%. We always look at what is actually the first part we need to change first. Yeah, why not we start with career first, right? So in the chart right now, the focus point will change. Yeah, whenever we're talking about career, as you see here, we highlighted the red square here is on the month, right? So this box here represent value creation. Yeah, talking about value creation, what you can create. Yeah. If you're asking about how do I make more money, the first step is create more value. Yeah, because the amount of number you're going to make right now is actually equal to the value you're able to contribute. Yeah, the moment your value are higher, then so do your income is, right? A lot of people always think that as long as I work harder, I work in more hours on my office, I become wealthier. No, yeah, wealth doesn't accumulate by time. Yeah, wealth are generated by value. Think about this. Yeah, if you look at someone like as a waiter, yeah, 1 hour, how much do you pay a waiter? Probably. Yeah, I'm not discriminate them. Yeah, they have a decent job. But I just tell you, I'm going to make a point here that it's nothing to do with the hour. Yeah, let me ask you one thing. 1 hour as a waiter, the wages you get for a waiter, and 1 hour you get for a heart surgeon, which one get paid more? Think about this. both of them also spend 1 hour. Which one do you think get paid more? A waiter or a heart surgeon? Yeah, of course, it's a heart surgeon, right? Why? Because one thing, because they are more valuable, right? They save people's life, right? So if you are someone, you want to make more money, it's nothing wrong with becoming a waiter. Yeah, it's nothing wrong, because one thing here, because if you are a waiter, if you're happy with where you are, you enjoy life, that's pretty fine. But if you want to becoming better, you say that I want to create more wealth, I think you need to become a more valuable waiter, right? Don't you agree? Even you still work 1 hour, you just get paid by hour, but can you become a better waiter? Yes. Can you smile to your, can become more friendly to your customer? Yeah. Can you remember their names and greet them as if like, yeah, they are the only person on earth, right? So there's so many things you can do. Yeah. So these are the part we're talking about value. So if you want to know how to create more money, you need to look at what is your value of creation. Yeah. So right now, you see that there's a box there. I need you to point out one thing. What is the element inside the box? Yeah, it could be yang fire, it could be yang water, it could be yin water, right? There's so many possibilities. There are 10 of them. Yeah, it could be a yang wood, it could be a yin wood, it could be a yang metal, it could be yang earth. Yeah, so I need you to pay attention to this, because the next screen, I'm going to tell you what is your value you have inside you. And the moment you knew this, you constantly every day practice this, yeah, to actually unleash this value. Yeah, actually you can contribute more, and in return you get more money, right? So before I show the next screen here, I want you to know what is your element inside the red box right now that's shown on the screen right now. Okay, so I think all of you here responded. So right now I'm going to share with you the next one. Here is the meaning of it. Do you see the screen right now? Yeah, so this screen here, because just now we already jotted down what is the element, right? So now these are the screen that describe or show you the meaning of each of those elements, because there are 10 of them. Okay, so right now, let me ask you, how many of you here are yang? Wood. Yang wood here? Yeah, so if you're yang wood, if you can see from the screen right now, we are talking about market diversification. Yeah, so this part here, if you want to do anything, I would say that franchising is very good for you. You know, you're not going to put all eggs in one basket. Yeah, so if you're yang wood, you actually can venture more different businesses. Just let me tell you, yeah, Richard Branson also have a strong yang wood. That's why he has a lot of different businesses. Yeah, so if you're yang wood, this is a part you're going to do. What if you're working, you're not a businessman? This also tells you that you have a different source of income that you can actually tap into if you're yang wood. Here you see the yang wood on the top left corner. Okay, so what if you are yin wood? If you're yin wood, you talk the top right corner here. Can you see the slide clearly here? Yes, right? So you see the yin wood here, although the word yin wood is very, very small, yeah, but it's actually on the top right corner. If that box that we are talking about, your yin wood, your true talent is about manipulation. Yeah, manipulation. Yeah, you don't think that manipulation is a bad thing. Manipulation basically means that you are actually can influence someone to get what you want by just a sheer of talking. Don't you think it's good? Right, so you need to practice this. I know some of you might say that I'm a yin wood, you know, and I don't know how to talk. Then start today, learn how to do it. Yeah, learn how to influence people. Yeah, so these are the part about yin wood, because it's in you, you can develop those talent. Okay, so the next one here is yang fire. Yang fire is someone that has a big picture because it's the sun. So basically, you need to harness on the big picture of something or a big idea. Yeah, because if you're yang fire, if you're asked to do a small tedious stuff, then you might not feel happy and you're not able to unleash your potential. Yeah, being fire is about vast. Yeah, it's about exposure. That's why you need to involve in a project that is truly meaningful before you can actually get inspired to work for. So you're designed to do good things. And I noticed that a lot of you asking which thing that we're looking at, the day master or the month, right? So we are looking at the month. Remember just now, there are box I circled the red color. The second technique here, we are talking about value creation. We're looking at the month. Yeah, it's not a day master. Yeah, because the month represents your value. Yeah, remember the first one, we asked you to look at the day master. This is the second one, we look at the month stamp. It's a very different thing. Yeah, because the month represents your value. Okay, so the fourth one here is Think Fire. Yeah, Think Fire talking about inspirational. Yeah, so basically means that you are someone that actually can influence and inspire people. That's why I see a lot of Yin Fire person, they become a coach, yeah, a life coach or teacher, yeah, or leader that constantly inspires someone, you know, so they bring hope to people. Yeah, so if you are Yin Fire, I think one thing you need to cultivate, if you want to add value to yourself and to other people, you need to be constantly radiate positivity, yeah, or high energy. You know, there's a power of Think Fire. Yeah, and again, let me explain again. Now we are referring to the month. Yeah, the month stamp, not the day master. Remember the first topic we're talking about unconscious competence? We look at the day master, right? To know whether it's yin or yang. So now we go to the second one. We're talking about value creation. We look at the month stamp. Okay, so no confusion here. So the next one here is Keng metal. If you are Keng metal or Yang metal here, so I say that your strength here is speed. Yeah, whatever you need to do here is you need to look at the speed or the execution side of the thing. Yeah, because Yang metal, yeah, your true value is your ability to solve problem quickly and maybe you uproot the problems, you know, and you need to do it fast. Yeah, that is the thing here. Okay. So the next one here, you say that the sixth one here, you're talking about the storyteller. Yeah, storyteller is a yin metal. If you're yin metal, I think one of the great thing you can do is to develop the art of communication, because if you're thinking of doing like politician, you know, or a salesperson that constantly do presentation, or a marketeer, because marketeer is a very good storyteller, right? So yin metal will be a good one. Yeah, and then the next one here is yang water. Yang water is about competitive. Yeah, so your true talent or your true value can create here because you have a drive to succeed. Yeah, you are very competitive. You stop at nothing. Yeah, so if you are yang water, this is the virtue you need to cultivate. And then the next one here is yin water. Yeah, yin water here is the term here is called reality distortion. Yeah, what do I mean reality distortion here? Reality distortion is the ability, you know, to influence someone, yeah, with by the sheer of actually talking to them, you allow them to see in the way that you want them to see. Yeah, so this is a very, very powerful day master as well. So if some of you learn Qigong, this could be equated to Black Tortoise as well. Yeah, because they have the power of mind control. Okay, so the final two, the last one here is the second last here is Yang Earth. Yang Earth is about trend creation. So these are people normally they are very good at identifying trend. You know, they know what is the trend will looks like in the next second or the second year and the third year ahead of them. So I would say that this is your true value is. So if your job here is about anticipation, yeah, you want to know what is the market need in the next few years. Yeah, just like how Apple did, right? They're like Steve Jobs, able to see something very far. So trend creation is very important because this also represents innovation as well. You know, they have a feel or intuition that where is the market will going to, you know, the direction. Okay. So, and then finally the understanding is the yin earth. Yeah, if you're yin earth, your ability here is you have a very you're a very detail oriented person, and you know what type of thing that people truly need in life. You know, so if you're in the marketing department, I think it's really good. Yeah, even if you're in the sales department, you know what your client want first. Yeah, you're not there to sell them stuff. You know, you go there to understand their need first before you go to sell them something. Yeah, because if you're yin earth, you have that power to anticipate or actually to know what each people want. You know, that's why they're very sensitive as well. And I know that a lot of people ask as well in this slide why it say day master, right? Okay, so you can delete the day master. Yeah, because this one we are looking at the month stamp, just to clarify the slide here. So the word Daymaster on top of the slide here, delete it. We look at the what? The month stamp. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So now let's move on to the last slide here. The third one. Yeah, the third one here is we're talking about wealth creation. Remember, I promised you I want to talk about 3 things today that can shape your destiny. So the first one just now, we are talking about what is your unconscious competence. You know what is you're good at doing. The second one, we're talking about value creation, what you can enhance within you. And then finally, yeah, if you're so good, so now you can actually know that what is your wealth blueprint is. What is your wealth element? Yeah. So, okay, this is the one here. So, first question here, do you know your wealth element or not? Do you know your wealth element? Yeah, so your wealth element could be only 5 possibility. Either is wood, either is water, earth, metal, yeah, or okay, you have it, right? Okay. Don't worry, later we're going to go through our Q&A. So when you need to look at your wealth element first. Do you know your wealth element? This is very important. Yeah, whether your wealth capacity is good, yeah, or bad actually depends a lot on this wealth element. Okay, so some of you here, how many of you here don't know your wealth element? Don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this. So all you need to do is you need to look at your Barter chart. Yeah, do you have your Barter chart right now with you? Yeah, so what you need to do here, can we show a Barter chart on screen? I want to share with you how do you identifying your wealth element, if some of you don't know. Why not you do it? Hold on. I want to show you one time how do you actually getting your wealth element. So they can see this. Okay, so if you see the screen right now, I'm going to scroll until the bottom here. So do you see this radar chart here? Are they able to see?
Yes.
Okay, so can they see my mouse as well? The mouse cursor? Okay, now I need all of you here, yeah, to follow where is the mouse cursor is. So right now, as you can see, my mouse cursor here are pointing towards to the word wealth. Do you see the word wealth there? Right, you see my mouse cursor? Wealth, right? So if you want to know what is your wealth element, you just need to look at the element that printed on top. So in this example here is written metal. Yeah, some of you are different. Some of you are water. Some of you are wood. Some of you are fire. Some of you are earth. Right. So in this example here, this wealth element for this person is metal. Oh, okay. So we also have a pool there. You can input your wealth element there just in case. Okay, let me repeat again one more time. In order to know your wealth element, you just pay attention to where mouse cursor is. It's stated wealth here, right? And then on top, there's a one word here. That's what is your wealth element is. So in this case here is metal. So now I need you to look at your own destiny chart. Under the wealth corner here, yeah, what is your wealth element? Okay, now you know your wealth element, right? Okay, now I need you to look at. I need to show them the slide. Yeah. Okay. So I need you to look back on your own natal chart right now. Do you have wealth element or not? Yeah, this is the first thing you need to look at. Do you have the wealth element in your chart? So I need to show, where is the slide again?
Uploading.
Oh, uploading again. Okay, so just now you already knew your wealth element, right? Let's say it's metal, for example. How many of you here, your wealth element is metal? Then you look at your Barter chart again. I need a print out Barter chart. Someone, your printed Barter chart. A Barter chart, you look at the natal chart. Do you see that metal element inside the chart or not? Yeah, if you saw any metal element either in the year, month, day, or hour, then you consider you have wealth element. If you didn't found any of a wealth element, whether it's in the year, month, day, or hour, which means that you don't have wealth element. So this is the first exercise right now. Do you see this element or not? Okay, checking now. So if you're able to do it, just respond on your screen. Okay, some of you say yes, some of you say don't have. Don't worry. Yeah, you're still alive. Yeah, we still can do so many things about that. Yeah, I just want you to do this. Yeah, practice this with me. Because the best way of learning anything, especially in metaphysics, require you to practice. Because if you practice it, you do it yourself, you own it. Yeah, if it's not, you're just listening to me, then you forget it. Yeah, so you have it, you get what I meant, right? So you got to get it. So now let's work on those people that have wealth element first. Yeah. So if you have wealth element in the chart, so the wealth element, now this is a natal chart you see here. So on this screen right now, I highlighted the box where you should look for your wealth element. Do you see that? Right, this is your box, right? This box represents or we call this natal chart. Yeah, so this is the box where you should look for the wealth element. So there are only two possibilities here, whether you have it or you don't, right? So if you have it, means yes. If you don't have it, means that you don't have wealth element. Yeah, but don't worry. Yeah, let me tell you what it means. So if you have wealth element in these boxes that already highlighted in red color, yeah, this means that this is wealth element represent two things. The first thing here is opportunity in terms of wealth generation. You tend to meet more. You know, so I would say that you have wealth element, then you tend to meet with a lot or more opportunity in terms of wealth generation opportunity, which means that it's easier for you to get job, you know, or you have it's easier for you to make to create something, because wealth element also represent value creation as well, you know. So it's something that you own. So if you have wealth, then which means that opportunity are higher. And if the second part about wealth is also means that if you have wealth element in your chart, which means that money is important to you. Yeah, somehow. Yeah, because if you discover that your chart don't have money element at all, yeah, maybe money is not the first thing in your life, you know. It could maybe means is a relationship or time or freedom. You know, there are so many things, right? So it just means that maybe it's not your top priority. Yeah, is it good or bad? Yeah, it's only bad if you want a lot, if you're thinking that, yeah, you have a goal that need a lot of money, but your chart here that you don't have wealth elements, so you have contradiction, you have dilemma, right? One part of it, you need money to fulfill your goal, but the other part that you don't think money is that important. So if you don't think money is that important, yeah, what is the chances of you making a lot of money, right? So if you don't have wealth element, I think one step or the first action you need to take is to know, you know, is to know that why you need the money in the first place. Yeah, because if you don't have a very powerful why behind it, you won't take any action to do it. Yeah, so these are the wealth element here. So for those who have this wealth element, I would like to share one more piece of information that's important for you. Yeah, so if you look at the wealth element element appearance could be located on the year, month, day, and hour, right? So we divided the year and the month as the red color here, and then the day and the hour as blue color. So right now, you need to look at your own chart right now. You need to see which one is your wealth element contained inside. Which are your element that your wealth element located? Is it on the external side, which is represented by the red color, or whether it's in the internal side, whether it's a blue color? Yeah, for those who have wealth element, don't worry yet. I'm gonna talk to you later on. Yeah, so let's address those who have wealth element first. Okay, so now on the message box, how many of you here have the wealth element resides in the external area or the external session? Just type external on the message box, so I knew that you understood. Okay, all right, I see someone type here. Some of you say internal, some of you say external. Okay, very good. Yeah, so which means that you knew, some of you have both, right? It's possible. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let me explain to you. Yeah? If your wealth element, yeah, is something to do is in the internal side. right? So if you're on the internal side, which means that your wealth element, or the area where you can get a lot of wealth is normally through a small team or freelancer, because internal represents small. It could be a small company, a startup company, it could be a home-based business, it could be even a trader. It doesn't mean they cannot make a lot of money. They still can make a lot of money. Don't underestimate them. Some small company can make so much money, because their overhead are small, right? So if you're of all your wealth elements resides in internal, the source of your wealth are derived from small team. Sometimes even one person, one man show, or home-based business. Okay, so if your wealth element resides on the external, how many of you are external again? Wow, so many, right? So if your wealth source are derived from external, which means that a lot of your money, if you want to make a lot of money, it will come through to you easier if you work in a huge company, large company, or a multinational company, for example, or that requires you to travel a lot and meet a lot of people. Then you will make a lot of money if your wealth element resides on external. External means you need to go out, you need to talk to people, you need to work in a huge company, you need to travel. So do you see this here? Don't you think this part really give you certain information where you can get the most wealth opportunity from, right? And I knew that some of you here have both, right? You have both, then which means that it's good. You can combine both together to do it as well. That's why there are some people that operate an e-commerce store, right? But their business actually can sell to all people around the world. So if you have internal and external, it's even better. So this tells you, and hopefully this type of information can help you to make a better decision where you can spend most of your time in terms of wealth generation. Because the bar chart already tell you which one is easier for you. Yes, sir. So if you have both, means it's good. You have options. If you only have one, then I would say that just it's also easy. You don't need to think so much, right? If you only have one side, then you just focus on that. The only problem is some of you here, you don't have any wealth element here, correct? Some of you might starting to cry right now. Don't worry, don't cry. So I'm going to address to you. I'm going to talk to you right now. It's not the end of the world if you have wealth element. Because wealth elements just represent opportunity from outside. But if you can actually exercising on your value, and your skill level, you still can attract income coming in. So it just means harder, but it doesn't mean impossible. It just means if someone spend like 1 hour to get the money they want, you might need to spend maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's what it means. Okay, so for those don't have wealth element in their chart, I got a backup plan for you. Do you want to know the backup plan? Are you interested to know? So if you do, then you just type it on the screen right now. Just say yes. There always a backup plan or plan B for you. Okay, I see some of you responded. Enchin, say yes. Okay, a lot of yes coming in right now. Okay, cool. So now we're talking about backup plan. So if you don't have wealth element, remember the backup plan always resides on the luck pillar. Do you see a luck pillar? As shown on the screen right now. The luck pillar also tells you what type of opportunity available to you right now. There are so many luck pillars there, right? There are so many pillars there. I need you to focusing on the one that actually that highlighted. If you see on the screen, the highlighted here, right? That's the one that you need to look for because that is your current opportunity. That's what you can do right now. Because we don't want to wait for like another 20 years, to become wealthy, right? We want it now. So that's why we need to look at your current luck pillar. How do you know which one is now? The one that highlighted is stated there, you are here. That's the one that you need to look for because there are so many pillars. One of them is your current one. Okay, now once you located that pillar, the highlighted pillar in your luck pillar, let me ask you one question here. Do you see wealth element inside or not? At your current one? If you see it, then it's good. Which means that anyone, or it could be someone, or maybe your environment, or it could be where you are working right now, presents a lot of working wealth opportunity for you. Yeah, some of you have, some of you don't have, right? Okay, if you don't have it in the natal chart, you can always time it on your luck pillar. Yeah, so better you have it. Wow, okay, some of you say yes, I have it. Okay, it's cool. Some of you say no. Okay, all right. So now I'm looking at your comment right now. Yeah, okay, some of you are very enthusiastic. Cool. All right, so how do you do this right now? If you see it in your luck pillar, which means your current luck pillar has a lot of wealth opportunity. This is a time you might need to thinking about starting a new venture. You know, if you're thinking of starting your own business, there are no any other better time than this. You have to do this. Okay. Yeah, if later we'll do some Q&A as well. Okay, so what if you don't have? Yeah, a lot of people say, ask me, right? As I see some of the questions, it doesn't matter whether it's on top or bottom. If you have it, then it's good. So what if you don't have? Then if you study in an advanced technique, there are some technique called shifting palace technique. Where you can actually transform a non-wealth luck pillar into a wealth pillar as well. Of course, that one we reserve for some other advanced class. But don't worry, there are such technique appear actually existed. And just to share with you here, some of you after going through the 3 steps just now, some of you might have a great chart, or you might think it's a good chart, and some of you might think that you have a bad chart. Just to share with you a little bit on my background here, I see so many charts daily on my work because my job nature, I help people to read their party chart and give them advice. So when you read so many charts every day and it accumulated throughout the years, you spot one thing. There are always a pattern of success and there's always a pattern of failure. You know, you don't need to be very extra intelligence to notice this when you see so many charts every day. So, but the good thing is, of course, in your mind right now, you might think, is my chart contains a pattern of success or pattern of failure, right? Yeah. So let me tell you one piece of good news here. I've seen a lot of chart that seemingly is a good chart, but somehow that person screwed themselves up. You know, in the end, they don't get the result they want. Yeah, they're struggling. And yet, I've seen a lot of seemingly bad chart, but because of they take the right action, they can actually create a very successful life for their own. You know, so what they'll tell you here is not the card is given to you. It's about how you dealt with the cards. That's matter. So don't over unhappy if you get a bad chart. I've seen a lot of bad chart that turns their life around. So do I see a lot of good chart that mess themselves up. You know? So the keyword here is strategy. That's why after I've seen so many charts, I actually compile a series of technique. How do you transform a bad chart or seemingly bad chart into a better one? You know, so that's why I just want to share with you. Maybe in I want to take like 5 minutes of your time to share with you, because I created a program. We are talking about how do you use metaphysics to improve your life. Without even the need to study like 10 years to understand all the technical things, but can you actually skip those process and just learn how to apply first? Is it possible? The answer is yes. Because a lot of people, you know, they think they need to learn everything before they can apply. Let me tell you, you don't need to do that, because I'm not asking you to become a professor. I'm asking you to become a better user of Chinese metaphysics. And I've seen a lot of people, they are very busy. They just have like few days, you know. So that's why I created a very, very special program. It's what I call the Awaken. So some of you are probably already heard about this. Some of you didn't. So this program here is to teach you to become a better or a powerful user of using metaphysics without knowing metaphysics. That's why it's so cool. These are the techniques I use for myself and also for my VIP client as well. And I see a lot of their life transforming for better. And I put all this technique together and make it simple for everyone to learn. Because a lot of people, when the first question that a lot of people will ask is, do I need to have any metaphysics background to learn this or not. No, yeah, this program here is designed for a layman or anyone who have desire to improve their life. And how do we do this? Yeah, so let me show you the date first. Yeah, so if you're around in our country, in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, or in Singapore, so these are, you might able to actually take your time to consider this to join me, because I only conducted this once a year. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm going to conduct this next year, but this year definitely I'm going to do it. Yeah, so as you can see from the screen right now, Kuala Lumpur, the 6th and 7th October is a full day class. So I'm going to spend like 2 days, yeah, because 1 hour is not enough to transform anyone's life, right? I'm going to spend like 2 days with you here, a full class here, to help you to actually read your own chart and how to apply the things, and then to see the result in your life. And then if you are not able to make it in Kuala Lumpur, we have another date here in Singapore as well. It's on 20th and 21st of October 2018, right? So these are the two venue that I'm going to share with you, and this is a weekend. Yeah, so if you have time, if you're thinking that it's a time for you to transforming your life, or you're in the verge of changing your luck pillar, some of you learn Pazi, right? You know that you're going to change your new luck pillar. What you're going to do, I would say that this is a perfect program to all of you here. So what this program is for? It's for anyone that have the desire to achieve success in their life, a hungry desire. Yeah, then this is a program for you. Yeah, so then I'm going to pick some of the important techniques from these 5 subjects, and I want to compile this into something actionable for you. Because like I mentioned just now, right, your problem might not able to solve by using Pazi alone, right? You might be need Feng Shui to do it. That's why this program here, I'm going to pick up some important tools or techniques from each of this system, and then I'm going to make it in a syllabus in these 2 days here. Yes, this is in English. Yeah, I'm going to put it all the 5 system. I want to pick up some important one. I want to put it in what we call a 7 levels of transformation. Yeah, then the first question I ask, why is 7 levels? Why is not 5? Yeah, because if you learned Qigong before, yeah, it's a 7-star path, right? So this 7 represent each stars of transformation. Yeah, so some of you here are interested on this, then this would be the syllabus inside this program here. Yeah, I'm going to run through this very quickly with you. So the first one, as you see, one circle is the first level. We're talking about inner force awakening. Yeah, what's stopping you from doing what you do right now? Yeah, because a lot of people always asking, how do I eliminate petty people? Yeah, let me ask you one question. What if the petty people is you? What if you are the one that preventing you to becoming successful? Yeah, so the first step here, the first transformation, talking about inner transformation, and then we'll go through the destiny blueprint. Or the second one, we're talking about clearly what you can do in your chart, what you should do. You're going to reinvent yourself. There's a blueprint to follow. And then the third step here, we're talking about the modern rich, because nowadays the way we make money is very different from 2,000 years ago. So the way we see the Pazi chart and our achievement chart is very different, compared to the classics. So I'm going to share with you how is our perspective of seeing a Pazi, and what type of action you can take to create more money for you. And then the fourth one here is turn defeat into victory. How do you win the game of life? And then the fifth part, a lot of people favorite here, we're talking about, can we actually create luck, literally or not? Yeah, this is what we're going to talk about. Yeah, and then also the sixth one, we're talking about Yi Jing. Yeah, talking about Oracle, the wisdom of life, what is your life purpose, talking about here. And then finally, the seventh step here is about secret. Yeah, it's how do you actually integrate all of this and then to celebrate your life. Because life is not about money. Yeah, it's about gratitude. It's about, are you happy with what you have right now or not? That's what really matters. And that's what a lot of people lack right now. So we're going to do this. Number 7 is about self-transformation. Yeah. So, and if you are thinking to do this, yeah, and unfortunately right now we don't have online. I see some of you say, is this available online? No. We only do it in Kuala Lumpur or Singapore for now. So if you think this is important, you might interested to join us as well. Just let me show you that the tuition fees for this investment is much, and here is 4,500 for Ringgit Malaysia. Yes, onwards. Yeah, so different country have their different rating due to conversion. So in Malaysia, these are the price, and And for we appreciate your participation on this webinar. So for today, yeah, if you register today, we're going to give you a very special price right now, yeah, to change your life. Yeah, if you're thinking this is the time, you need to feel yourself. I'm not here to ask you should do this, but you truly feel that, you know, you only have one life. Yeah, you cannot live it by chance. You don't want to live in regret. You want to provide. You want to be a better father or better mother. You want to provide better for your family. I would say that, yeah, the cost of investment for this is very nominal, very minimal compared to what you're going to get from this. Yeah, so for this time only, if you register today, yeah, this is the price that you're going to get onwards. Yeah, 1,008 onwards. So, and yeah, to add value for this, yeah, this is what I'm going to do it for you. Yeah, first of all, for all the attendees here, you're going to get this, what we call bonus one, Heavenly Success Code. So this is a black envelope, and what is contained inside here is your success code for your lifetime. So each of you get this, and you're going to review this during the class. I'm going to teach you how to look inside, because everyone's success code are very different. It could be so you don't get a repeat message inside. And inside the class, we'll teach you how do you actually decode this. Yeah, it's a combination of Yi Jing, Ba Zi, and inside this one. Yeah, that's why this is a bonus we are going to give you the moment you actually do this. And the next one here is we also want to give you one very special thing here, is a webinar about Yi Jing. Yeah, Yi Jing is about ancient divination secret. So these are the webinar that worth 1,200, and I'm going to give you for free. Yeah, if you're attending this. So I'm going to share with you how to use Yi Jing on your daily life. Yeah, so these are the two bonus we're going to give you. So I'll say that is so much value we're going to give here. So if you're interested to joining us, this would be the time. Yeah. So, and how do you do this? How do you contact us here, or how do you register your interest? On your top right corner, you're going to see a link. Do you see a link there? A top right yellow corner. So in order to know more about this, you can click on the link, and then my colleague will share with you more information. How do you take the first step to change your life? Yeah, so this is a part that I'm very happy that I have spent like almost 2 hours with you. Yeah, so if you're thinking to actually walk this journey together, yeah, there's no any other better time to do this. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this session here. Yeah, so, and by the way, if you're also in nearby New York, you know, we have also a seminar. Dato Joe, you're going to conduct a seminar in New York as well. Yeah, so I hope you keep in touch with us. You just ask them, you know, what information that you wanted to know. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you find this webinar session useful, and also provide you a greater insights about who you are, so you can make a better decision. Yeah, remember this, no matter how powerful your birth chart is, you know, nothing going to happen unless you take action, you make certain decision. Yeah, why not you make a decision today, yeah, to change something about you, so you can create a better tomorrow. Yeah, so I appreciate your time, no matter where you are. Yeah, I know that some of you here at midnight, some of you are early in the morning. Thank all of you here to waking up and staying with me. I truly appreciate that. It's my privilege to serve you. So for some of you here, we have a special announcement here. Just now, like I mentioned, right? Some of you in the New York, still remember just I mentioned? Yeah, so if you're in the New York or you're in the state, or you're in London, yeah, Dr. Ju is going to conduct a special Feng Shui astrology seminar as well if you're there. And if you're interested, you can, how they should contact us?
I'm going to put a link in.
Okay, Jaden going to put a link on top here right now. You can click on the link, yeah, to know more information about if you're nearby London or New York as well. Okay. All right, so you stay put here, because my colleague here going to help you to answer some of the question as well. Yeah, so you just type on here. All right. So I leave you to my colleagues to help you. They will interacting with you through the message box.